When Borg is in town, there ain't no fooling around. Only rule is me, they don't die tonight. Yes, boy just got back to town. Since he'd been back, food been rotting in the ground. Where the heck boy gone to? You'll know when he get back, cause something else will end up bad too. The Lord is back in town. Come out and play, don't get led astray. I'd happily walk into the night to find my ghost wife and wife. The Lord is back again. The Lord is back again. A pool with no motel is like a boat without a sail. You can't break me. 3:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. Monsters knocking on my door every night. When the bell starts ringing, be ready for the pain he's bringing. He wants to get home in his boat. If you get in his way, he'll cut your throat. Come out and play, don't get led astray. I'd happily walk into the night to find my ghost wife and wife. The Lord is back again. Come out and play, don't get led astray. I'd happily walk into the night to find my ghost wife and wife. The Lord is back again. The Lord is back again. The Lord is back again. A pool with no motel is like a boat without a sail. You can't break me. 3:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. Monsters knocking on my door every night. When the bell starts ringing, be ready for the pain he's bringing. He wants to get home in his boat. If you get in his way, he'll cut your throat. Come out and play, don't get led astray. I'd happily walk into the night to find my ghost wife and wife. The Lord is back again. Come out and play, don't get led astray. I'd happily walk into the night to find my ghost wife and wife. The Lord is back again. This place can't break me, even if they take me. Web spun demons come, worms got into me. Worms, I go to set them free. Worms don't ride a pony on the sea. Take these worms from me.
My blood is your blood now, motherfucker.
Smiley, smiley, the boy's back again. This place can't break me, even if they take me. Web spun demons come, worms got into me. Worms, I go to set them free. Worms don't ride a pony on the sea. Take these worms from me, Smiley. The boy is back again. The boy is back again.
You hear that? You don't fucking break me!
That's right, guys. You heard him. We will not be broken. We will figure it out. And we have one of the best minds in the Fromily with us tonight, Mr. Robert Sanders. You all know him. You all love him. We definitely love him. I know me and Dana have known him for a little while now, but he is an awesome friend to the Fromily. Welcome, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. I mean, you have come up with quite a number of theories since I know we have met you in the Fromily, and we're going to dive into a little one that I guess you've recently been kind of developing on the colors.
Yeah, I think that as we were discussing before, that there's metadata that the writers have used, and they're very formulaic in the shows that they work on. And I think that the metadata of the colors is showing us. Really, it's kind of showing us what stage of development each resident is in, and also what stage of danger.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to dive into that tonight, guys, a little bit, as well as the trailer. We will show the trailer. We'll probably dive into that first. We might show the trailer first. I know Robert was ready to see that for this week's episode, or I should say tonight's episode. And then we'll kind of dive into a little bit of sort of what we think is going to happen coming up. I know also Robert wants to talk a little bit, or at least show off the trophy that you have offered up for those. I believe it's the most accurate theories.
Yeah, the most accurate theory for season 3.
Nice. So we're going to dive into all that, as well as show you guys some of the stuff for the giveaways that's coming up this weekend. And yeah, so lots to get into. And let's see who we got with us tonight. It is pregame show, and we are ready to dive into it all. Scroll up here, and I see Meow first and foremost. Woo! What is up, hun? Always glad to see you hanging. I see Gothic Chick hanging out with us. I know it's going to be great. Yes, this episode and all of the fun tonight on the streams, guys. It is going to be a blast. We'll be hanging out here for a few hours, then go check out Jeremy Ice and Fire 33 after, as well as I believe Real Enigmas and Theories should be streaming too. So we're going to be trying to hang out everywhere tonight, as well as I believe the episode when it drops, we will be watching in Jeremy's Discord.
Yes.
So that will be fun, guys. So we will pile into Jeremy's Discord tonight at around midnight Eastern time, I believe, and that is when we will pile into Jeremy's, watch the episode, and talk about it afterwards. So lots of fun tonight, guys. Cannot wait. See who else we got. I see Vic. Let's go. Yes, let's go, guys. I'm ready. I see Arrow. The countdown continues. It does. We are, less than 6 hours? Almost 5 hours away. We're getting up there, or down there, depending on how you look at it. See, we got Lee Bradley hanging with us tonight. Hey, Lee, I'm super excited to hear Robert's theories. I know I am too. Talk to him a little bit about it, but I cannot wait to dive in and really sink our teeth into it. See who else we got. We got Amy Cinnamon Sweets hanging with us. The Boyd is back in town. He is. And welcome to you, Bitey. Always glad to see you guys hanging with us tonight. Hope you're all having a great weekend. It is Saturday night. It is time for some fun. See who else we got. I see PM hanging out with us. Hi, babies. Well, welcome. We had a fun time with you last night. I know Mama Susie enjoyed you in the chat hanging out with us.
Yes,
had some
she
great
did.
questions. Like, PM had some good questions last night.
She did. My mom loves her.
Oh, yeah. And we, of course, got Delcinia hanging out with us, our awesome mod. Welcome, hun. We know you're hanging out partying. I know she was dancing to the song. We're going to get some more music, too, for you guys to dance to. See who else. And I'm sorry if I miss anybody. I just want to make sure. I know I saw 40 Stephanie hanging out with us. Woot, woot. What's up, hun? See, I know I saw Laser Bean Sports. Hello, everyone. I see AP hanging out with us. It's From Day. That's right. It's all from fun. It just never ends now. We're just halfway through. Full steam ahead. Welcome, Star. I see all you guys piling in here. Welcome, everyone. William, welcome to you, hun. I see Nisha. Welcome. Who's in my room? Welcome. I don't know. Might want to check on that.
That's a great name. I just noticed
I know.
that. That's a great name.
I love that.
I don't know. Is there somebody in the room, Dana? I'm scared because if you ask
I
that,
know,
you look behind
that
your
freaks
shoulder.
me
That's
out.
when something's like right. It's supposed to get you right. Have you ever done that, Robert? And you just kind of look and then, I don't like doing
Yeah.
freaky things like that. I see Lars hanging out with us tonight. Good day, Frumley. Welcome to you. I see Steph 1816. Welcome, hun. I see Doc Hayes hanging out with us tonight. And I think I've caught up with everybody. And again, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But welcome to you all tonight. Oh, I see Strange Guy. What is up? Hello, Frumley. So yes, guys. So what do you think? Y'all want to just dive? We're going to dive into the trailer for tonight's episode. And this is just the normal trailer. Nothing. I know Jeremy's showed it and a lot of other folks have shown it. So if you guys, I will bring that up if you are ready to check it out.
Let's
watch
go.
it.
Alrighty. Let me make sure I got the sound good. Everything's good to go. All right, guys. We are on episode 6, or getting ready to be on episode 6 now, Scar Tissue. And here is the trailer. So welcome, everybody. And we are going to get started.
And be really quiet.
Christy has an ultrasound machine.
Wait, what?
It was on the ambulance that came into town.
So you really think this is going to tell you anything?
I don't think anything's here by accident.
You really want to beat this place? Sober up.
Is someone upstairs? No. Oh my god. Oh, no.
A little simple and sweet, but still lots in there. What you thinking, Robert? I can scroll back through it too if you want to. Anything that stands out to you or guys in the
I'm
chat?
interested. Uh, I'm really interested in what is Tabby seeing at the top of the stairs. It's intriguing. Maybe it's Thomas, perhaps the ghoulish kids. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that was the first two things I would think of. But I'm curious to think if it's something new. But then I thought, because they said there's a new monster, right, this season,
Hmm.
and we all assumed it was what Elgin saw. But we technically had seen that before, right? Was it that wasn't
Right.
really a new monster? It was introduced in season two. Could this be could there be something new that's going to pop up in the house? And I was trying to remember, they're in Tien Chin's house, so could it be Tien Chin?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ghost Tian would be interesting. I don't think she would appear to Tabby. I think she would appear to Jade.
I would think that too. I was just trying to think of like what else would it be in this particular house? I was, but I don't
Perhaps
know. I mean,
it's the creature walking around the cabins.
uh,
Most likely, it's going to be. If we had to guess, the visions that she typically has is either it's going to be the boy in white or the ghoulish kids.
mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm
I
leaning
don't think.
towards the Ankui kids myself.
Yeah, me too, Denver. I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but she's never seen all seven at once. Isn't that correct?
When she was at the mouth of the cave, she saw at least five. I want to say, but
Five,
it was somewhere, but I don't remember counting them particularly.
and only Jade's seen all seven at once.
I know Jade's seen seven. I would have to go back and see how many she saw because I know she saw quite a few when they all
Hmm.
kind of like surrounded her, but I didn't remember exactly how many that was.
So her first two visions were of two ghoulish kids. Her next vision was of four or five ghoulish kids.
But she also saw the really, really creepy kid that was in the cage in the tunnel.
That's interesting. You're
That he
right.
was he was much more feral looking and creepier than the Ankui kids. He looked more monster like.
Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, that one that was in the cave is the first one that approaches her outside the mouth of the cave when she builds the building block toy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it?
I think, yeah, I think the ghoulish kid that was in the cave prison is the very first one that approaches her, but I could be misremembering.
Interesting. We're gonna have to go back and check that out.
And I can't wait to do that after this season's over to really dive back through and compare all of the stuff they've given us because just the caves alone, right? Like you're saying, the um the ghoulish kids, those visions, the drawings on the cave wall, all that stuff. Like, because I'm still waiting for these triangles to pop up somewhere, some other version of the triangles, other than the three that was taken. I don't think I mean, we see some like pendants on people, but I'm looking for it to be more, I don't know, something more. Because, like, we've seen the F's, right? Or whatever we're calling those symbols. We've kind of seen the moons and stuff on other paintings and other sort of depictions throughout the show. And I would say just about everything on the cave wall we've seen, except for maybe the monster itself, like the big baddie,
Hmm.
and those three triangles.
And if you look at the bottom left of the cave drawing, you'll see that there's a structure, and I believe that one of the episode descriptions states that Julie and Ethan basically go to a structure that we have not encountered yet. And I
Mm-hmm.
suspect if it's a structure we haven't encountered, it's the bottom left of the cave drawing. It's a red, it looks almost like an altar.
Mm.
And if Ethan and Julie do actually go out into the woods and discover this, it may have something to do with child sacrifice. It may be the origin story of the ghoulish kids. We're supposed to get some answers regarding the monsters themselves. So I anticipate that they're going to find another structure, and it's probably very altar looking. Of course, that's just
Yeah, it's curious because I know what Jade saw the stones as well. what was it, the Redstones when he saw his new vision this season. And I was still curious to see what those are going to turn out to be. Because they had red all over them, and I know that ties into your theory, Robert.
It does, yes.
So I'm assuming that the red would not be good if they are on these stones. But yes, we're going to dive into that too in just a second to really get into the colors. But yeah, I don't know what she's going to be. Let's see what you guys are also saying. I know I had some of you folks saying something. Let's see. We got Javen saying it's definitely the Nkui kids. Okay, so we definitely got the Nkui kids. What else do you guys think it could be? I know. See, I'm sorry if I say these names wrong. Random. I'm just gonna call you Randor. We'll do that. I'm sorry. She's looking in several directions, so multiple things. So that would so that would still like fit the Nkui kids, or who knows what else. Like honestly, I have no idea what this could be, which I love because the Nkui kids seem like that would be the most likely. And who was she down there with? Was she with Ethan?
Ethan. If she's looking in multiple directions, it seems it would be the Ankui kids. Then the question becomes, how many are up there? Um, I'm going to suspect 4 or 5, like outside the cave, perhaps.
Mm, it's possible. Because I'm sitting here, I'm honestly trying to contemplate what it could be. And with her looking around, like, I don't know. It would, other than the Nkui kids, or I just want to throw T and Chin out there because that would just break everybody's heart.
That would totally break my heart. But like Robert said, I don't think if we see Tien Chen, I don't think it's going to be Tabitha who she appears to. I believe it would either be Kenny or Boyd if she appears to anyone as a ghost.
Ethan notice it first, and I thought maybe Ethan, since he was all worried about her insides.
I think she asked if there's somebody upstairs, and he says no.
Oh,
like
okay.
She hears.
Okay, so she heard it first. I'm gonna rewatch it real quick. Sorry, guys, we're gonna rewatch that part again. I'm curious.
Is someone upstairs? No.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But she hears it. Oh, yeah, it probably would be Nkui kids the way she's crouching in the corner like that.
Do you hear the Atari video game going off in the background of that clip?
I'm gonna take it back just a touch. I think it was like right about here.
No.
Oh,
right before that.
Yeah, right before that. No, we'll just go back to here just to be safe.
Oh my god. No.
Well, maybe it was before that. I don't know. I didn't quite hear it. Was it before that?
Yeah, it sounds like an Atari. I'm giving away my age, but everybody's Xbox and I'm Atari. But it sounds like a video game going off in the background.
Buddy says 4 kids at the cave with Tabitha. Okay, so Buddy's got it at 4.
I thought it was 4.
And I know.
Thanks, Buddy.
Was it 4? Okay. See, I know you guys probably know it for sure.
When it comes to numbers,
yeah,
trust
you
Buddy.
guys are. You and Buddy, honestly.
Buddy and I came up with, I don't know, about a month ago, we tried to calculate the exact number of people who've died since season 1 and the exact number of people that have entered town. And through a lot of deciphering, I think we came to exactly 31 died and exactly 31 arrived. Which, of course, is talking about the balance of from, and each cycle has to maintain balance. And if 31 have entered and 31 have died this season, we have deaths, and I think we're back in. You have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're back in balance.
Probably. I know. I haven't tracked the numbers as well as some of you guys have. And you guys kill it with this. Honestly, like to be able to track the number of people coming in and out of here, y'all track the days that they've actually spent. The time everybody spent there. I can't wait to see what you guys really do when you get your hands on the all of the dates or numbers in the bottles. And see what that's gonna
spend countless hours, like many of the From fandom, analyzing. I actually, I was talking to someone last night. I have access to a website that has 255 mathematical ciphers, and it takes all night to run the ciphers. But I ran the dates through 255 ciphers, and not a single match came back. So, yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
It's
anxious to see what
interesting.
Jay discovers with the dates.
I am too, because just what he talks about, right? And sort of, I know. So there's some stuff out there that MGM's already put out, but kind of what they talk about with Boyd, and I can't wait to see when he goes to this other tree. What that's because it seems to be different. Like what is up with these trees? I'm sorry. It seems as if we kind of have a grasp on things, but now this tree doesn't have a hole in it, but yet we know something was going on with it. Sarah had some unpleasantness while around the bottles, but yet
So
it doesn't
now,
appear to be opened.
with Dale's death, are we still in balance? Or are we going to be expecting a newcomer with Dale's death?
No, I think we have one more death. So we had Henry Tabitha Acosta's arrival. We had the immediate two deaths of the EMTs. We've had Tian Chen's death, and we've had Dale's death. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be uh, we're out of balance by we have one too many deaths. We have Dale's death, Tian Chen's death, the two EMTs' death, and the new arrivals, of course, are Tabitha coming back, Henry and Acosta. So three arrivals and four deaths.
So that would mean possibly a new arrival.
Possibly. They didn't issue any new character. They haven't cast. They mentioned Acosta's casting, and they mentioned Henry's casting
Mm-hmm.
before the season began. But I don't know if we'll have a new arrival, or maybe that's the cliffhanger.
Ooh, could
Oh,
be. But yeah,
I
this was
anticipate
it's a
that.
pretty good
Yeah.
episode coming up.
Are we allowed to talk about the short? This right here, these short teaser trailers.
I mean, we were talking about them last night, I believe, on Jeremy's.
Okay.
As
Yeah, I
long as
found
I
them.
would say for me right now at this point, just so if anybody is wondering, like right now tonight, if we will possibly talk about this trailer as well. I don't have the one that I didn't get it ready for tonight. The one that Jeremy showed that kind of talks about, I think it has a little bit more with Boyd maybe, or it might have that all in here. This one is what MGM posted up today or yesterday. They usually post up at the trailer on Twitter. But yeah, so if you guys
Is,
don't want any of those kind of spoilers, feel free to bow out for a little bit. But we're gonna probably talk about a little bit of that tonight. Um, but yeah,
is this the trailer with Boyd talking to Jade in the bar?
I don't think it's the full one. I don't have that one where it's fully talking about it. This one's more of just a quicker trailer.
Okay.
That clip, I don't know if I have it. I saw it last night on Jeremy's when I was watching Jeremy's last night, and
oh,
honestly, I
that's
did.
right. Nikki's death too. We didn't count Nikki.
Oh,
Yeah, there's Nikki. Yep. Well, she was counted in Fatima's count.
So that would mean we're up 2 deaths.
exactly. Yeah, great point.
And welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Lots of love. Lee Bradley says, I, for one, am honored to be in a group with the likes of you and Robert. Yes, Robert, we are very happy to have you. I told you, you are loved. There's no
Well, I
Yes.
worries.
appreciate that. Thank you, Leah. And I just want to say to you guys, I'm very proud of you. Your show is. I love to watch your show, and you've really grown. You have a lot of fans, and just like Jeremy, you've created a very welcoming um, channel that accepts all ideas and all theories. And I just want to say, I love you guys. I think that y'all have accomplished a lot. And I remember when it was back in the Discord days, and there was only 10 of us in there all night
Yeah.
Yep.
theorizing,
Yep.
and we spent hours talking about spirals and
Hmm.
fairies, and now look at you guys. You have a thriving channel, and I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you, huh? Like I
Well,
said, it was
thank you,
because
Robert.
of all of you guys and, people like you really supporting us and giving us a space to come. And we just, everybody kind of, it was fostered here and, through Jeremy and all you guys. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. He's making me blush.
I know.
Well,
We love you, Robert. You know that.
well, you should be proud, and I'm still in the Discord quite a bit. I know you're very busy with producing your channels, but everyone speaks very highly of you, and it's well deserved.
Oh, thank you. I see. I can't take all these comments. I see what Jeremy says
I
now
know.
because I do.
I
I
know,
love all
right?
you
Stop
guys,
it.
but y'all
Stop
are
it.
making me blush. Like I already got red hair. You're making my whole body turn red. No, but yes, thank you, Robert, and all you guys. Really, it is. It's just an awesome community here. Everybody, there's so much love and support around here. So it's just really. It's like you guys pushed us to this because we wouldn't have done it. Everybody was like, "Hey, try." We tried, and you guys rode out with us all the way through. And again, thank you all too because we reached 500
I
subscribers.
know.
I cannot believe it.
Congratulations.
So thank you all. So we're going to have some giveaways for you guys even after um these. I know we got others planned in the future. So
Yeah.
just
And
I'm just so
we
proud
just hit
of
200 on the
all of you
D&D
guys.
Scarlet. We also just hit 200 on the D&D Scarlet. I'm
Oh, we
like,
did? Hell
yeah.
yeah. And we're going to get back into that as well, guys. There's so much going on, and we're just so thankful to have everybody with us and join in on all the fun. So, yeah,
Will
guys,
y'all
I'm
be
sorry. It's all the mushy stuff. I don't know what to say.
well, we're proud of you. And when From ends, will you continue to do From content and other show content,
Oh,
or
yeah.
Yes.
okay? What's
Yeah,
the
we
next show
got
you plan on?
I know Teacup is going on right now and we've been checking it out. I meant to do some stuff on Teacup. If we
Mhm.
don't, I'll at least do something after From and do sort of like a season discussion for a couple streams on Teacup. I know Silo's coming out. I've got to catch up on Silo, so if I can get caught up on Silo, we may try to dive into Silo a little bit. And then I know
Severance.
Severance, as well as the Mayfair Witch, I want to talk about a little bit. I did want to talk about Three Body Problems at some point. That one sort of got lost in the mix, but I know at some point it'll have a new season. Yellow Jackets is always a good one to talk about. I'm trying to remember. I'm missing one. Alice in Borderlands, which that one's a little bit further in the future, I think, until another season comes out. I'm just trying to remember everything else. I know there was some other ones that you guys in the chat have always talked about, but that's the ones off the top of my head I can remember. I know we want to dive into a little bit. Oh, we still got to have Lost discussions. I know we're going to try to do some Lost From discussions on Jeremy's as well as over here. Dana's mama definitely wants to dive into some of those conversations as well. So we'll have Mama Susie back. Just a lot of stuff, a lot of good fun stuff.
I would love to hear Dana Marie's Lost. I could sit there for hours and just listen to her discuss Lost. Uh,
Thank you.
your theories are amazing. I think you and Justin White were the first to immediately pick up on all the parallels between the two shows,
Hmm.
and it's exceptional. Your analysis was exceptional.
I appreciate that because I personally don't consider it a theory. I don't put it in a theory box like some of you guys, like you Scarlet and Real with like you guys have theories. I just look at it like it's a world, and I see the world of Lost and From.
Hmm. And it's
Well, the
pretty
writers and
apparent.
the writers and producers, in my opinion, are very formulaic. If you go back to Alias and then you look at Fringe and you look at Lost, and the thread of the tapestry of those three shows, including From, it's very similar tropes, very similar literary writing devices, and the iconography is the same. Uh, I don't want to go into too much detail; it would bore everyone. But I mean, we see even the same storylines between the shows. So
And this was something I know some of you guys were talking about, and I believe it was Kiwi, our awesome Kiwi, who originally pointed out, and I may be wrong about that if I am, I'm so sorry, but I believe Kiwi was she the one day that pointed out the crow? I
Yep.
know some guys were asking about
She
the crow.
popped onto the live to
That's
explain
right,
to
because
us
we
that
were
we were
so high
looking
we
at
couldn't figure
the
it out.
wrong thing.
Look, okay, so we thought this was the crow, right? Like here's the head, it's a crow slash whale, okay? It was a whole thing, but really the crow head is this right here. So there is the the beak, so to speak, as it goes down. And it's just the skull. You get just the skull of it.
And the X marks
Yep.
the eye.
We were
And the X right here.
totally
Or no, this X.
looking
This
at the
X.
wrong
there.
thing.
That one.
To where
You
Kiwi
see
got
the
so,
circle?
she was like, no, this is what I'm talking about. And we're all like, oh.
I remember that.
So
Yep.
there it is. And
You
this,
see the larger circle outside of the X? That's the eye, I think, in my opinion.
this right here,
No further out.
this whole
Yeah,
circle,
the whole. Yeah,
that
to
whole
me that's
deal there.
reminiscent of
Okay,
the
and
eye.
then this is like the sort of the center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just a theory.
Yeah, guys, like I said, I remember we first started really going over this over at Jeremy's, and there was so much that I still wonder like what we're gonna find with it. I know a lot of us think these are possibly the, well, we called them totems or even scarecrows back then, you guys in the chat and stuff. So we finally found totems, right? We found a version of totems. So that was interesting. And then when we get into the color theory, or at least I know some of the stuff you've talked about, the wheel down here, which I was showing a picture of earlier that you gave me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go back to it. That is as well on here. So it's prominent, not just as far as, okay, there's pictures of this wheel. It's not just a toy that kids spun on. They've actually put it on the Peach Truck map. It's in, it's constantly being shown. So it is really good that you're kind of deciphering what these colors mean and maybe their significance. But I find it
Yeah.
curious because remember there was like that purplish color or something. It was like a
Mm-hmm.
lilac.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious because on here we also have that color as a directional thing. So we're going to start getting ready to dive into everything that you think about these colors, but just curious, do you think there could be something to the colors for directions and possibly the numbers and the bottle tree being like the color codex?
I think as many of us have speculated, the purple arrows are the directional map to the faraway trees. If you notice, I think you've got it blocked out on the left.
Yeah, this one, I've got to get another better picture of it. This was the best one I got for tonight. I had some
And
other ones. I need to go through my files. I apologize.
if my memory serves me, there's 13 arrows, purple arrows
Mm-hmm.
on the map. There is 6 faraway trees in Victor's drawing. So it seems that, and he also tells Ethan he doesn't know how many when they're out in the forest. He doesn't know how many faraway trees there are, and the one that he and Ethan came across was one that he had not seen before. But if we're looking at this Peach Truck mural, there's no less than, if those are truly directional arrows for faraway trees, then it seems that there would be no less than 13 faraway trees leading to the various locations, as you see there at the top middle, leading to the lighthouse. There's one that kind of points down to where the church is, but you've got it blocked
Yeah,
on
it's
your
over
drawing.
here.
It's over there. So I do believe that we've seen some of these paths already taken by Sarah, by Julie, and other
Mm-hmm.
characters, and the arrows do seem to be correct.
See, we got
So
a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. I'm reading the question on the. What do you think Tabitha will see in the room? Um,
Yeah, we kind of went over that a second ago. I think it was what? What was it? What was your final stance?
my final stance is most likely ghoulish children. Maybe if she looks left and right, maybe 2 or 4 ghoulish children. She's seen as many as 4 before. So my speculation would be it's the ghoulish kids, and then secondarily, I would say that it's the boy in white.
Nice. Kiwi says, may mean the crows are the eyes watching Robert. Uh-oh. Are you deep enough into from you? You might feel like the crows are watching you.
Mm, I feel like I had a post the other day. I had commented on another creator's channel, and I got a, a comment back, a reply, and it says, "You are not very good at this." And
Yeah.
I couldn't I couldn't help but
What?
laugh and think you're probably right. I am not very good at this.
No, I think you are doing
What?
awesome at this. You know, everybody has their own way of figuring out. That's why the show is fun because we can all look at it from a different perspective. Everybody comes at it with their own sort of mind frame, set of skills, the way they kind of figure things out. And even I think Jay kind of points to that sort of logic, right? Of how he constantly was trying to change perspective on figuring these things out. Um, so that's
That's
sort of
why,
that's why
yeah,
I
the
like
show
that
has
we do
grown.
things together.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go
The
ahead. I'm
the, sh-
sorry.
the show fandom has grown so much this year, and I find it exciting. I love watching and reading other people's theories, even if they're touching on something we might have theorized about before. They always bring a different perspective or a new context to maybe the cycles of From or the what are the crows, for example. And I just find it's exciting that we have this new influx of very intelligent, extremely well thought out theories, and I'm just glad that the show has taken off. And I think I read that it's I could be wrong on this, but I think I read it's the number one show in France.
Yes,
Yeah.
I read that too.
So it's the fandom has grown, and channels like yours, Jeremy's, of course, and Julie's, and Reel's channel. I just think it's very welcoming for all the fandom to throw out whatever ideas and or postulate whatever they want. And you know, I learn something every day by just reading everyone's Discord and reading everyone's comments and watching your videos. So I'm excited
Mhm.
about how the show's taken off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, this show is definitely a more the merrier. And guys, which part of the map? I might have to get another image of this. This one was one that I don't remember if it was sent to me or we had way back when. It was in one of my old file folders, and this one was just it was already blacked out. It's not you guys' computer. It's not a glitch. It just the image has this like blacked out originally on it. And I do not remember why. And it was one I just grabbed quickly for tonight that I just like I said, it was in one of my older file folders. But I can see if y'all want that little square, I might be able to go through and find it real quick. Um, Dana, you can take over the chat while I look for it if you want to.
Sure.
Ask some questions, and then Robert, if there's something you do want to talk about, I will bring it up as fast as I can.
I do believe this image is posted in the Jeremy's image Discord, the images section, and it's the full image.
Is it okay? Because see, I just like I said, this was I just went back through my files. I didn't even attempt to go back through the Discord. I was like, oh, how far back do I need to go?
Thank
Yeah,
you,
Tisha,
Delcinia.
I know.
That's very nice.
I know that there is a sneak peek video out there of what Tabitha sees, but it's something leaked. So we're not going to talk about that here. We're considering that a spoiler. So I know that there is some stuff out there about it, but it was something that was leaked. So
Yeah,
something
MGM
leaked we
Plus
kind of
did not.
consider.
Yeah, put it
Yeah,
out.
it was not
How do those
officially
leaks?
released by MGM.
How do leaked videos? I thought the YT creators, when they got early access, they were not allowed to record. It was a login where they logged into a website, got to see a certain amount of episodes, but they were not able to record them. So my question is, how are there leaked videos of episodes that haven't been, or let's say snippets of videos? How did they do that if they were not allowed to record? Again, I'm
People
probably
find a
showing my
way.
age.
Now I know you can you can finagle some stuff by mirroring your device, and you're able to record and screenshot in different ways. So I mean, there's going to be people out there who can circumvent all the precautions that any of these larger shows do try to take, but we try to keep anything that's not officially released by MGM out of the discussion because it is considered a spoiler.
Yeah, I've
But
done
yeah, there
everything in
are
my
ways
power.
people.
Yeah. I came across a video by accident. I've tried to avoid spoilers in every turn, and I came across a video about a week ago. I clicked on it, and it was clearly an episode we have not seen. And the video was taken down about 30 minutes later. But uh, I was amazed that it was a very long clip too. Of I am going to guess maybe episode 8, and I didn't know anyone had access to those episodes.
There are a few content creators who have pretty much gotten almost the whole season. So there is a couple of people out there that did have access to up to episode 7 or 8 almost. So
Mm,
there are a handful of people who had access.
okay, that explains it.
Yeah, it
Scarlett,
looks
were you
alright.
able
I'm
to
not
find the
finding
image?
not the one that has it fully. I mean, I went through is the season 2 images, and I found a lot of like pieces of it. But with that particular corner, like, I have one, but it still cuts off that corner. Um, Wait, hang on, let me see. I'm trying, like, I'm going through all of my files trying to find it because I know we had one at one point that was, I thought, the full image, but I guess not. Maybe nope. That one still cuts off part of Colony House, I think. Trying to see. I'm trying to compare and contrast the image here. It's like nope. I think it's still it cuts it off.
So, Dana Marie, who do you think drew this Peach Truck mural? Was it Miranda? Was it Victor? Was it Eloise? Was it someone before them? Who do you think drew this?
I think it was Miranda. I definitely
Okay.
think it was Miranda, and maybe over time I wouldn't be surprised if Victor maybe added to it. And
Hmm.
in his later years and after Miranda disappeared, but I think Eloise kind of vanished before she would have gotten to the point of adding anything to it. But yes, I believe that Miranda drew this
So, the artist of
peach
this
struck map.
drawing went through every one of the faraway trees that we see designated in purple, and that's how they were able to map this so accurately.
I don't know if it's so much about going through the trees herself, but she had a lot of information prior to getting to From. So I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised if she had knowledge to what the faraway trees or I'm sorry, where the faraway trees took you without having to go through them.
So, do you think Victor's statement that my mother said that this tree is special and it takes you to the lighthouse, was he misremembering? Because Dale
I
went
don't
through
think he
that.
was misremembering, but I think that only certain people, no matter who you are that went through that tree, were going to go to the lighthouse. And I just don't think Dale was one of those people.
Yeah, I agree.
Whether
I
he
think that
wasn't worthy enough to get to the lighthouse or he wasn't chosen to get to the lighthouse, I don't think that tree leads everybody to the lighthouse. I think it leads special people to the lighthouse. Certain people to be more like precise. And I don't think Dale was one of those people.
yeah, I absolutely agree. Well said. I think it's reminiscent of Victor's statement to Ethan that they're temperamental, and
Yes.
obviously it didn't like Dale.
I don't and just because I don't like I don't know if it was because Dale wasn't somebody who maybe had visions and that's who could get to the lighthouse. Like it was somebody connected to From in a different way. But I knew somebody was going to either my first thought was somebody might get to the lighthouse and then stupidly try to like throw themselves out it. Like, oh, Tabitha said she fell out the lighthouse. And so I
Mm-hmm.
thought somebody was either going to go splat during the episode or I thought somebody was going to get stuck in the wall. Once we saw that image of like everybody staring at the pool, I was like, oh, it's going to be crazy if somebody gets stuck in that wall.
Mhm. Yeah, I think there's
So,
an image I gave Scarlett that it's a drawing, we assume by Victor, that shows the faraway trees around the color wheel. And my theory is that red is it represents the evil entity, and clearly on the color wheel, one of the arrows points to one of the faraway trees, and it's red. And I think that indicates that that particular faraway tree uh,
Yeah.
might might be controlled by the evil entity, hence the red color coordination.
And yeah, that this was where would the comment go? I believe Lee Bradley was asking another question too. But what does
Well, I
174 mean?
yeah, I highlighted
Not
that. I
sure.
believe that these arrows lead to where the faraway trees could possibly lead the chosen people or people who are allowed to go from certain points. But I think
Interesting.
if anybody kind of goes through the faraway tree, there's a chance that you're not going to get left off at one of these points. Hence Victor's statement, you could end up stuck in a mountain.
Hmm.
There
Mm-hmm.
was the trap that Boyd got stuck in the chimney. Like, I think there's other places besides where the arrows point that the trees could lead. But I think these arrows are for somebody who could travel through the trees for specific points, like going to the lighthouse, like going to maybe the lake or to some other place.
And
So
that was
I think
something that Lee
arrows,
Bradley was asking. What was this? I believe this spot, the blue spot. And do y'all think this is the Brundles or the lake? I think it's the Brundles because it's so close to Colony House. That Dana may not be able to
In
see
the
it, but there's a blue.
center of
Yeah,
the picture.
yeah, this like bluish lake spot.
Yeah, I would surmise that it's the Brundles, but I don't know if the map is to scale. So I would assume it's the Brundles. It could be the Lake of Tears.
Mm-hmm.
It could
So
be
I'm
the
wondering
lake.
because there's that other spot just on this side of it that's like all purplish and it's circular, almost is the same like this body of water, but it's not blue. I always
There's a
wondered what
drawing of
that
an
was.
eye that Victor did above a lake, and I think it matches the blue lake there almost perfectly.
Mm. What do you think, Dana?
it's hard for me to really see on the map. So if you're saying that's close to Colony House, then I'm going to say that's probably the Brundles, because that the Brundles was closer to Colony House, to where the lake you had to actually travel a little further into the woods to get to it. So if you're saying it's by the Colony House, then I'm going to say it's the Brundles.
Because let's see, this I believe is supposed to be because they have the ambulance sort of right here. I think this is supposed to be the clinic. And then the colony house is sort of on the other side over here. So it's somewhere kind of in between. So I'm not sure, but it's definitely blue. I always thought it was one of the lakes. I thought it was
If
the
you pan if
Brundles.
you pan back, if you pan back, you'll see that actually the main road, you can see the church,
Mm-hmm.
and then where the diner is.
Mm-hmm.
So where the clinic is, it's south of the diner is where the clinic is technically located.
So
So if you
the clinic's down here.
somewhere down there, if it's like I said to scale, if you look at the main road, you'll see the barn is on the far right, which is correct. Next to that is the bar, which is also correct on one end of the street, and on the left end of the street on the west side, you see the church clearly indicated. And so the sheriff's office, and then again the diner. What I also found interesting about this drawing is below the crow's beak, there's houses that are no longer there, but they're in this drawing in zone 3 below that. Yeah, the zone 3. You see those houses? They actually are no longer present in town. So maybe they imploded like the Matthews house. But there are structures in this drawing that do not appear in current day from.
Things moved around.
Maybe
Ooh.
Miranda had a vision of these, and when she got there, they were supposed to be there. If you notice, they're not colored in, so perhaps those structures were missing. Um, but
Or
if you
maybe it
really look
hadn't pulled it in yet or something.
possibly, I've looked at this drawing countless hours, I'm ashamed to say, and with all the numbers, and of course the 1978, and then there in the top right corner, there's an actual countdown. Um, and it it still makes very little sense to me.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so far behind on you guys in the chat, but yes,
The
Lee Riley,
the lighthouse is in the top.
yep. Let me get back on the image. Make sure I'm on the right one, and it is way up here at the top. I don't know if I need to scroll in because sometimes when you scroll in more, it actually makes it harder to see it. But I actually have. Let me see. Let me pull up one of these other ones. You guys have been sending me some stuff on Discord, and thank you guys. This one might be a little bit clear. I don't know if this one's clear. This is one that Kiwi sent me, but again, it kind of cuts off over here on the colony house and stuff. But there is the lighthouse. I don't know if that is a little better or clearer for you guys to see. And see, and again, I was thinking this weird looking. People call it the eye in the sky. I think it's a portal because to me it looks like somebody's coming out of it or going into it.
Oh, hence why when Tabitha got pushed out, she could have gone through it.
That's what I was thinking. But again, I mean, where she got pushed out of, I don't know where she was in conjunction with like this photograph. I just assumed that was like where she got pushed out into.
That's a fantastic theory.
It could be an eye. It could be the eye in the sky. Very hard to make out what this could be, but yeah, the lighthouse is seemingly here. And as Robert was saying, this is one of the faraway trees. These are the arrows for their direction. It does point to the lighthouse, as we know Tabitha made it through a tree.
Yeah, I find if you scroll down to the bottom right corner, Scarlett, you and I have talked about this many times. Is the spiral iconography?
Yeah, let me go back to the other image. This one does not have it. And actually, I even have Arrow, and you guys sent me the one that you were telling me about as well, Robert. If you want to look at that one, I believe it was the fan drawn one.
You said it had errors in it, so I haven't really paid.
Well, I don't know if it has every little tiny detail.
I haven't seen that one, so can you bring that up? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Because I wouldn't say it's like got errors per se. I'm just saying like there's just little things that I think they couldn't quite add in. Because it's hard. Like you can't even really see all the stuff that was over up in here. It seemed a little bit more. I don't think it has. There's like a color number system over here. The red, yellow, and blue.
The zones.
That's pointed to the faraway tree. So it's. I mean, when I say like little things, is minor details like that.
Oh wow!
Whoever did this painting or this drawing is.
They did it. I would say very accurately.
Yeah, I'm amazed. Do you see the countdown in the top right corner?
What up over
goes
here?
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And see, this I thought had a 12 or a 13 up here as well.
It did. Don't you think it's unique in the top right corner? If you notice, it goes 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 11. If
it skips,
it
switches the
it switches instead of a 12. Yeah, and reminiscent of 1864.
Yep.
Oh, Arrow says Happy Cats did it.
Yes, Happy Cats. It is actually really good because you can see, to me now, you can really see the I'm sorry, I'm looking on StreamYards while I'm going over it with my mouse. But the crow head, you can really see it even more prominent here. Certain things that maybe were harder to see on that map are more prominent now. You can kind of really tell where they are. And here he's actually got this one that I was talking about, this other lake.
Yes, for someone like me, this is a lot easier to see.
So again, like this could be the Brundles or this could be the Brundles, but there's two of them. So I'm not sure. I originally thought this was the Brundles and this was some other mysterious lake, but it's, again, I don't know. Like you said, the map's accuracy, Robert, makes it hard because if you're saying that the clinic is not technically over here, it should be down here. I thought the clinic was by Colony House.
No, if you recall when Elgin had to take Ellis to the clinic, and there's actually a road that goes from Colony House through the middle of town all the way to the clinic, and there's several shots where you can see when the camera, especially when the cicadas were playing a role in the show, the camera had some aerial views, and you can actually see that there's a road from Colony House to the. It's not an official paved road, but it's a dirt road from Colony House to the south of town where the clinic is located. Perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Because I always thought they were close. Like when they went down, I thought they went down that road that he's kind of got. Like they went just down through here and made it. Because I didn't think it took them that long to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I did not exactly look at the compass when they were going through. But I just thought they were closer, and I always thought I always assumed this was the accurate map, so I just followed with the way it was depicted. And again, that makes me wonder. We haven't if this map is accurate. Not saying that it is, but devil's advocate kind of thing. These two lakes would be too close to each other if this was the for them to be like both one Brundles and one the other one. They seem drawn too close together if this was the clinic.
I sent you some. If you go to the From Structures folder,
Yes, let me bring those up.
the very first photo in the Structures folder.
Hang on, I have them all in the same folder now, so let me scroll down through.
You'll see an aerial view of the town.
Alrighty.
There you go. So you notice that Colony House is north of the town.
Mm-hmm.
There's a road that is a dirt road that goes through the middle of town by the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And south of there, I think I sent you another. It shows where the clinic is south of the diner.
Let's see where I'm trying to go through them and find it. Is it this one? Let me try to put them together. Was it this one here, or was it a different one?
I'm looking at them. I might not have sent it to you, but I have another picture that depicts it. You can almost see it in this right here.
So the basically the clinic should be down up in here somewhere, like right up in here.
Tisha's statement is blocking my view on this.
Oh,
but,
I'm sorry. It would be somewhere down up
there,
in
actually. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And it's interesting, Tisha's comment about primary colors, which is my theory.
That's why I highlighted it for you.
Okay. Fantastic.
Because she says, I've been paying a lot of attention to the use of primary colors. Haven't connected the dots yet.
Well, Tisha, I have probably not connected the dots either, and I like your avatar of a butterfly. We do see a lot of butterflies on the show. Scarlett, can you pull up if you would not mind, the color wheel folder?
Mm-hmm. Actually, they're all in this folder. So do you want the actual like color wheel or the one
Well,
that's
we
in
can
the
look
show?
at the actual color wheel first. So, in essence, the show creators, in their previous shows of Fringe and Alias, and also on Lost, in fact, they have used colors. Jeff Pinkner being famous for this, they've used colors to indicate different things. On Fringe, they used yellow, and they used glyphs. And when you combine the color with the glyph, you actually ended up with an alphabet. And in 2009, a fan of Fringe was able to decipher the alphabet. So in essence, they would put a image of a salamander, and they would have a yellow dot next to it. And then once you got enough of the glyphs, you actually had a complete alphabet, and then you were able to figure out what words they wrote during each episode. So that was a very fascinating idea. But Pinkner loves three things. He loves the use of color to indicate things. He likes pictograms and pictoglyphs. And the third thing he loves is a cipher using numbers, as we've seen in Lost. We saw it on Alias. We saw it on Fringe. So those are the three issues. But for me, I think everyone has noticed, this is not novel, that the use of primary colors in the show is an iconography that we see over and over and over. And the question, as Tisha said, why? For those that don't know, I'm sure everyone does, but red, yellow, and blue are your primary colors. Red, yellow, and blue cannot be created by mixing any other colors. And when you start to mix the primary colors, obviously red and yellow, you're going to get orange, and then you end up with purple and also green. So hence the color wheel here. Now, what does that mean, or how does that indicate anything in the show from? Well, in a nutshell, in my theory, when looking at the primary colors and also the secondary colors, but mostly the primary colors, it's a symbol of level of danger, if danger is imminent, and also if you've been touched by the evil entity, or if you're being attacked, or one of your family members is being attacked. And we see this symbolism if you click on the trees, the image of the faraway trees. We see it again there. And if you notice, the red is pointing to a particular, there's actually 6 trees that are around this particular photo. The red points to a particular color, and so forth. So that tree, we'll get into more detail in a second, but that tree indicates danger. Is that the tree? Does that wheel spin? In other words, is it always that tree that's dangerous? The evil entity controls that tree, perhaps. I don't know, but you can see where, if the color scale is correct, in my theory, blue means no danger, yellow means imminent danger, and red means the evil entity is present, and it's either attacking you or attacking a direct family member. And we see this in the structures. We saw this in the real world, and we also see it in their clothing, particularly their clothing. I feel as if I'm talking a little too much here. Am I?
No, keep
No,
going.
no, please.
I'm
keep
I'm
going.
so
I'm
listening to
listening.
you right now.
I know, we got to understand the colors, right? I mean, we're gonna have to dive into it to get them to see it, because you're right. We see the 3 main colors that you're talking about predominantly in the show, which is the red, yellow, and blue. But
Yeah, we do also see, as PM writes her question here, how many colors are we working with? In my opinion, we're working mostly with the primary colors, but we also do work with the secondary colors,
hmm
green and purple. If you notice in the trailer you just showed, um, I feel like everyone will start to look at colors more on what people are watching, but you'll see that Victor's carrying a purple bag into the caves with his father. You see that the priest in the real world had a purple stole. Yeah, you do see other colors. The color that's the rarest that we see is red. Um, if you go back
hmm
on since season 1, you'll see that red is very few and far between until this season. Um, and that's a perfect example. If you could go to the motel signs, and it was actually Snuggie. I was posting some color theories, and Snuggie posted this in the Discord, and it's a perfect example of the threat level. So blue being the lowest level of threat, where it says pool, no vacancy, is the higher level of threat, and red being the next level of threat. Well, there's actually, as we all are know, it says Star Magic, and if you pull up the sign right to the left of that, where it has the
hmm
Star Magic sign,
Just a second.
right
I'm
to the
sorry.
right. Yeah, to the right. One more, right there.
Keep going. I know. I gotta keep going. I'm sorry. All right. Yes. There we
So
are.
it's perfect that you can actually see that there's a level black. Level black is, as we all know, is the absence of color. And I think that is a Snuggie's idea, that is the a correct representation. Black would be essentially you're dead. And there are certain characters that consistently wear black, and they have come back now as ghosts. So if you want
Oh,
to,
got like
so the threat
5,
level is blue, yellow,
3.
red, black, and we could go to the look at the people wearing black, and I think you'll find that they're all ghosts. So Father Khatri, he's a ghost. If you look at Tom, always wore the black vest, and in fact, in the new trailer, he's wearing the black vest. He's a ghost. And Abby, she wears the black shirt, the charcoal gray shirt, and she's returned. So black is the highest level of threat. I think that they're being manipulated. I do believe that they're trapped in from, but I believe that they're being manipulated, and the writers um, gave us a clue, and not so hidden clue. Uh, well, thank you, Vanessa. And so, again, that's an example of the highest level of threat. And here's the question I have for you guys: Is Boyd wearing a black jacket, or is that a navy blue jacket?
Well, let's
I
see,
thought it
because
was
I'm not
black.
sure. I thought it was black too, but hang on, let me find the one we had one with him having a jacket on, or did we not have one? If I have to, I'll go back in my other screenshots. Wait, here we go. See, when you look at it here, there is that touch of blue, but again, that could be lighting.
Hmm.
Because if you're talking like a dark navy blue, I don't. I want to say it's black. I want to go with black, and that's the sort of like the shine or the light
Oh, now that you guys
casting on
even
it.
said navy blue, I'll question myself because
Yeah.
my
So
eyes don't work to
I'm
begin
not
with. So
sure. I want to say black, but then again, like lighting
What do you think
matters,
it is,
and
Anna Marie? What color is that? I vacillate back and forth between black and a dark navy blue.
we're getting a lot of navy blues from you guys. Blue says navy blue, William.
unfortunately, I am not the one to ask that question to, just because I don't see that well. So it's hard for me to decipher a real color. Like, to me it looks black, but I if you guys are saying it possibly could be blue, then I would definitely lean more towards you guys, because I it's hard for me to decipher color sometimes.
Well, if the theory stands, and so far it seems to, that if it's black, that's foreshadowing that Boyd never leaves from, and he's trapped there. His ghost Boyd will be there forever. If it's navy blue, then it's part of my theory where there's layering of clothing. So the second part of the theory is, now there's an exception to every rule. Um, there are a few people, the so-called red shirts, they actually are wearing red in the background. But so most of my this theory is applicable to the main characters in the ensemble cast. It doesn't necessarily apply to the red shirts or the NPCs in the background. But if he is wearing a blue jacket, there are instances where if blue is protection from evil, you'll see that we have pictures here where there's instances where somebody might be wearing red underneath and a blue jacket. When Boyd is watching Tian Chen be tortured, he's wearing a yellow shirt. Is that a blue jacket or is that a black jacket? If it's a navy blue jacket, that would be symbolic, perhaps,
Hmm.
of protection. The yellow being
Delstenia
the
sent a better
Yes,
picture in the
I
Discord.
was just about to bring it up. I'm getting there, folks. I'm sorry. I'm clicking all kind of buttons. I'm trying to get your guys' images into the files so I can bring it up all together. Let's see. I have to drop this and bring that one up real quick.
That's a good point, Javon.
Oops, let's see where I'm way behind on you guys. But yeah, more yeah. So I was gonna bring that up too. I was looking for I have those images as well. I was gonna bring up from this last episode. Yeah, see, this one looks black to me. In this light, I would say he's got a black jacket.
I would say so. I have a picture of him walking in town and during the day, and I swear it looks blue, navy blue. I vacillate back and forth between black or blue. I do tend to think that it is black, but many people think it's navy blue, so it's difficult for me.
Kiwi says black, and a lot of you guys were saying navy blue. And let's see if I have. I know I was bringing up the one for Mari. Let me see. Because she had a different colors. She had two different colors on. Everybody I know has been questioning her. So let me see real quick. I'll bring some of those images up as well. Let me find her real quick. All right, Marielle, where are you at, girl?
Could them wearing a black or gray possibly mean an indication of the visions that they see, that they are somebody who does tap in to visions, or like they see the ghosts, because maybe them wearing black, Mari being touched by the cicadas, Boyd going through everything he's gone through. Could these people wearing black symbolize their connection to the ghosts, or the whole, like the images that they see?
It very well could be. I have in the theory, if let's say there's many images of everyone wearing blue, in fact blue on blue, and if you could go to the yellow folder, and I'd like to show a couple examples of,
Let's
for
see.
example, the Fatima yellow. There's an
Oh,
example there.
you want the
So
Fatima one? I can go to the Fatima one. I'm sorry.
okay,
There we go.
so if yellow denotes imminent danger, and this is obviously when Julie arrives, and this is at the point where Fatima is pregnant and or hasn't found out yet she's pregnant, but she's in imminent danger. If you go to the red picture of Fatima at her
Mm-hmm.
marriage, you'll see that um, it's the metadata is indicating that if red is the issue of touched by evil, either this is the point where she knows she's pregnant, I believe, at this point, and then she has her wedding dress on. If you could show that image,
Yes. Let's see. I know I've seen it. Where did it go? There it is.
and oh, that's perfect. So you can see if those three in a row there, it kind of, and there's also photos of her wearing blue in season one. So this is a perfect indication here of the threat level and also the level of interaction with the evil entity, in my
Hmm.
limited opinion. And so this is kind of a color scale that you can see. We see it in the houses, the blue house and the yellow house. We see it. Ethan is wearing yellow. He was stabbed in the leg. Now he's wearing red. We see it if you click over to Christy wearing the red beanie. Um,
Hang
it's
on. Let
the
me
pictures
pull
to the
these
left.
back down. Hang on one second. This one,
So
Christy, or you want the one before that?
yeah, that's perfect. Christy's wearing a red beanie. Jade is also wearing a red beanie. Jade gets attacked by the pilgrim vision. She obviously gets her leg trapped in the bear trap. So I think that the writers in this show, like they did on other shows, are using color as a way to hint at the audience. Um, was Katri wearing black? Yes, he was. He was wearing a black jacket, Breezy. Right before Father Katri died, he had his black jacket on. And so if you look at so this is a scale, but it doesn't mean you maintain that level of danger. You'll see that there's instances where you could go from blue, yellow to red, and then you've gone through the danger and you're back at blue. So we do see instances where
Mm-hmm.
they will go. Well, Father Katri, we're first introduced to Father Katri. He has his light blue collared shirt on. Then he transitions. When we first introduced to him, he's actually wearing black. But you'll see that you can go up and down the color scale. This picture of Father Katri, again, he's wearing blue, and to the right, he's wearing black. And he dies wearing the black jacket. Exactly. And his stole is another example like the motel sign, where we have the primary colors. We have red, yellow, and blue on his stole. Obviously, there's other images on his stole, which is his scarf. Um, I went to Catholic school, so I happen to know what it is. But um, if you look at the other images, perhaps of Kenny, he goes out in the woods. He's wearing a red backpack. His mom dies that night, um, and so these are some of the indicators I think, especially in the structures. Also, the opening credits are demonstrate that uh, a threat
Yep.
level
I'm
is
sorry. I was
indicative
just
of your
on
closest.
those.
Your
Let's see. We
closest
got what, like the blue houses.
in the opening credits. Yes, you have the Matthews house. You have the Lou's house. We also see in we often see red and yellow next to each other. In the trailer, you see the Jasper the doll sitting at a tea party. He's got
Mm-hmm.
a yellow cup, a saucer, and a red cup. And so it's very indicative of
And
this.
I like this where you were talking about it too, because this is sort of like the beginning of From, right? And you were talking how we see the two, or his two little finger puppets. One is red and one is yellow.
Yeah, the
And you,
that's an interesting rabbit hole. If you want me to talk about it, I could address that. But
oh yes, it's if you would like.
the in my opinion, the of course on the right is Norman, and he's yellow, and on the left is an unnamed character. That's Julie holding them. And there's four tellings of this story throughout the episodes. Let's call this the Lake of Tears Norman story, which I think also directly, believe it or not, relates to the Kimono Ghoul and obviously Fatima. But in this telling of the story, she says to Ethan, uh, Norman, you're going to die. And Ethan says, are the fairies from the Lake of Tears going to come heal Norman? Norman's in yellow, red being the highest threat level, therefore indicating evil entity. And the evil entity says, no, the claw marks are too deep and you're going to die. And of course, he, being a child, he gets upset.
Mhm.
And at that moment, Tabitha comes and consoles him. And guess what color phone Tabitha has? You
Was
know?
it? Was it? I don't know. Remember, was hers hers? What? Yeah, I know you have Julie's
Yeah,
here.
so Julie's is yellow, and of
Oh, I
course
do
she
not
later
remember. What was Tabitha's? Oh, I don't
it,
remember.
it was blue.
Oh, good. And
Um,
Susie got it too. She got it. Oh, that would be a great trivia question.
there you go, Susie. Great job. And so uh, the second telling of the Norman story essentially is that Ethan sees the Lake of Tears, and he wakes up. A spider wakes him up from that story. The third telling is actually Norman has been healed, so he did not die. Uh, and the fourth part of the story, I'm abbreviating the stories here for, I don't want to bore
Mm-hmm.
your audience.
No.
But the fourth part of
Boy.
the story is that he is a hero and that he has to take someone to the Lake of Tears to heal them.
Mm.
And we don't know who that someone is. And we do see Norman three times throughout the show. Um, and so that it's an interesting transition. So, like I said, you go from typically blue, yellow, red, and then possibly black, but you don't have to stay at that threat level. You'll see instances where people are wearing red and then they're back down to blue, and they have gone through the danger and survived. But the Norman is, I think, the Norman story, for in my limited opinion, is basically directly related to Fatima, the Kimono Ghoul, and Elgin's storyline. Um,
Mm.
and um, and also the colors seem to indicate that as well.
Ooh, I like that. I mean, because I'm assuming that she has something to do with the body of water, just because she's moaning around the house and water dripping off of her. But I was curious as to which lake they're going to put her in, because I'm assuming Brundle's closest to Colony House, but the Lake of Tears, we didn't think that's the Lake of Tears, right? Elgin did not seem to find that lake as appealing. We have the new lake. And so could that be where she's trying to send Elgin? But it seems weird because it's almost as if she's sending him through Colony House. So I'm curious to see when they connect Colony House and some of these other structures in town to sort of the older structures and From. Because even you were saying how the map may not be, the Pete Struck map may not be completely accurate as if things moved around. So maybe certain structures are original structures, certain structures are not. Um, so I'm curious to see where they go with that. We do have a question from PM. What does white mean? I have seen drawings of people in white. So where
If
would
I
you
knew
put
the
white?
answer to that, I think I might go buy a lottery ticket. I honestly, PM, it's the white. There is quite a bit of debate in the From world, as we all know, of is the boy in white good? Is the boy in white
Mm-hmm.
evil? Um, I tend to think, and I have had this opinion for quite some time, that the boy in white is basically morally ambiguous. Um, I think that PM writes it would be cool to have a color wheel. The boy in white to me is team good, but it's the morally ambiguous team good. Uh, I think that he is trying to help people, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that he opposes the evil entity. And he's really not a boy in white. Perhaps he's the man in white. Um, and but I know that's controversial. So
Well, could each color have its own? Well, that might be going too far. I was going to say its own entity or line in some
I'm
way,
not sure
but
I
then I was
understand.
like, I was going somewhere, but then I just thought nowhere. Sorry.
um,
Let's see what else we got. And yeah, the color wheel. I know let's see. We kind of looked at it a little bit earlier, and you did kind of go over it a little bit. You talked about how the primary colors you are those are sort of the ones that you look at the most, and the secondary colors. And you kind of gave a little bit of where those go, right? So we're
yeah,
saying blue.
if you look at the merry-go-round, it represents, for example, the merry-go-round of the boy in white. That represents the color wheel. Obviously, I find it interesting that he's sitting on the yellow portion of the merry-go-round. If you look at um, Miranda's drawing of the exact same um, merry-go-round, oddly enough, that's a vision that she painted it in the real world, the merry-go-round, but she does not. She only has yellow and green. She does not use the full color wheel in her depiction of the merry-go-round. I find that to be interesting. She had a vision of the merry-go-round. She draws the children on the merry-go-round, yet she does not color accurately depict the colors of the merry-go-round. Um, I found that I don't have an answer for that. I found that to be intriguing. And again, of course, when you look at the Peach Truck mural, the bottom right corner is clearly indicates um, it matches the drawing of the faraway trees. So, in a nutshell, I think that what happened to Dale. Um, I think you can see. By the way, when Dale, right before he died, he went into the woods wearing what, red pants.
Mm,
So it's an indicator of imminent danger, either to you or one of your immediate family members. And um, again, you don't have to stay in the level red. You can go back to yellow. You see Boyd almost consistently with his endless yellow shirts. I don't know how many he has, but he stays in a constant threat level. He does have a white shirt, in fact, and he also has a brown shirt. But he consistently is wearing yellow, and I think that indicates his threat level.
And Stephanie says, does anybody remember what colors the girl who got shot was wearing last few times we saw her? And I believe you're talking about Nikki, perhaps. I know she was one that got shot.
Is it
Oh,
green?
was it green? I can't remember. Let me see if I can find her. She's what? Well, not this past week. She was the week prior. I don't remember what color she was wearing. See, again, you guys are killing it with paying attention to all these details.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Well, no, just because it's very hard for me. I can't sometimes like see colors in a certain way. So I I'm just listening, and I still find it fascinating.
Well, the last color we can talk about,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, I do have to get off here shortly, is the color brown. Obviously, when you mix the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, if you mix those together, you do get brown. And who's the one main character that almost consistently wears brown? That's Victor.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Almost
find him.
exclusively, his color palette is brown, and I tend to believe that that may indicate that he's been through hell and back. He's been through the different threat levels. When you mix, like I said, when you mix red, yellow, and blue, you end up with brown. And I think that he has been through the cycle of blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, many, many times. And I think the writers are indicating to us that he is wearing brown because he has literally been to the highest threat level over and over and over and still survived.
Mm-hmm. And I think
And
you
I
showed Julie as one as well because she went through the cicadas.
went through the cicadas. Then the writers start having her wear brown. You'll see that other characters, same with Henry here, and there's also other indicators of brown with the people that have been through the cicada visions. There's Tabitha, who's obviously been pushed out of the lighthouse. They put her in a that's a good example of layering of the colors. You'll see it with many of the characters. I don't want to bore your audience, but the layering
No.
is an important component. You'll often see that blue is the outside color, especially with jackets or with sweaters. And I think it indicates that it's a level of protection, regardless of the undershirt.
So what would you say to this? Because Tabitha's wearing blue coming back in on her vision. This was her vision,
Mhm.
of course, but it's
Yeah.
interesting just going with that theory because she seems, again, we all theorize like she's coming back from somewhere or she's walking back into town and it's like dead silence or nobody's there, but she's wearing blue. So would you say that she's safe in this vision?
Yeah, this is an interesting vision. If you recall, she's walking up the steps to the lighthouse, and if my memory serves me, she's wearing a yellow shirt. She turns the corner, and this vision appears. So it's a vision within a vision, and she magically has a blue shirt on.
Mm.
I think you and I have talked, and Dana Marie, we've talked many, many times about my concept of what Fatima told Elgin at the Brundles. And I think it directly relates to this image right here. Fatima tells Elgin that Nadia had told her that those that are in quote in tune with from experience from in one of three ways: dreams,
Mm-hmm.
nightmares, and weird premonitions. Well, I consider that to be a timeline, Scarlett. Uh,
Oh.
so really, dreams are dreams of the past, and so it's a vision of the past. Let's call that a dream. Nightmares are visions of the present, and we see that many times. And then we see weird premonitions, and I believe this vision here is a weird premonition. It's a vision of the future.
Mm-hmm.
And can the chosen, do they have all three? Some characters only have visions of the past. Let's call those dreams. And so when Jade has the vision of the Civil War soldier, we can deduce that that's a vision of the past, a dream of the past. Um, the ghoulish kids, let's assume that those are also visions of the past.
Yeah.
Um, then they have current nightmares. Marielle sees the music box. She has a nightmare of Smiley, who had just died the night before. So we have nightmares of the present, and then we have weird premonitions of the future. It's odd, but it's I think that the chosen are able to experience all three visions. The chosen are able to experience dreams of the past, nightmares of the present, and we see that specifically with Tabby. And in this vision, as I said, she literally 1 second before is wearing a different color shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this resembles some form of protection. Why is the town empty? I'm sure they'll play this storyline out a little bit more.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see them if follow through with this part of the vision because I speculated, and I'm sure many others did as well, that when we thought she's coming back, she's going to come back to Navy Town. We didn't know what, but I thought it was going to be this season. But that didn't seem to play out with Winter. Of course, this doesn't look like she's coming back to Winter. So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
absolutely. I think that's a great question. When does this particular vision come to fruition? Right. That's the real question for me. Is the town truly empty? I don't know. Um, I'm at a loss on this particular vision.
Yeah, and they kind of do that to us, right? Like, that's why I love doing the theory crafting with everybody because you all come up with something, and then there is somewhere where we're like, we don't have quite the piece, but hopefully somewhere down the line somebody comes along, sort of picks up maybe where you left off, or has as you said before, I know different insight to sort of maybe get that piece that you're missing in your theory, or maybe shed some light somewhere where perhaps we didn't quite see something before.
I could not agree more. I'm actually, I can't see the chat, but I can see everyone's post that you put up on the screen, and pretty much every single person that you've posted, I'm a fan of theirs. Will Small's here, Arrow, Susie, Delcinia, Kiwi. I'm a fan of all of their theories. Their insight and their comments are always very astute, and that's the great thing about this community is I might have an idea, and people that are much more intelligent than I are perhaps can add to that idea, or even show where that idea might be lacking. And again, I'm a fan of everyone in the chat. I try to read their comments, and I'm always impressed, Scarlett.
Oh yeah, I mean honestly, this community kills it there because there's so many
Yeah.
avenues to go down that it's such a good show to bring everybody together and really get to see the different perspectives. Um, like I was saying, Jade kind of alludes to that. That's why Jade's one of my favorite characters in the show, particularly because of the way he talks about things, the way he tries to kind of figure out from. I feel like he's almost as if he's one of us, and or we're one of like we're kind of in his shoes following through because a lot of the things that I see you guys go through or talk about, kind of just in the way everybody thinks, just reminds me a lot of Jade. Like we're all kind of trying to figure it out. And he's very much so. What was it back in season 1? You know, we're all just throwing darts at a dartboard. We know where the target is. We don't even know if we're throwing it at the right place, but we're throwing it nonetheless just to see if something sticks, if something, can pan out, if there's any piece that we can fit together to where now Jade is even like starting to realize, okay, there is something here. There's a chaos, but maybe there's some sort of pattern or order to it. We just have to, we got to get all the pieces together. So them coming together this season, is really good. Now, it didn't go so well with the meeting, but of course, Jade even gives us a kind of a way to handle things, right? Any meeting with 3 or more people kind of doesn't go well. He prefers more one-on-one conversations to get the information, which seems to work better for him. And he seems to be able to get, if he could get, once he was able to get Victor to open up a little bit, he started to get, that's kind of what set him down. Or really, Tabitha did, but, the piece between that and Tabitha, he got to the caves. Now, hopefully, with Boyd and what Tabitha and Boyd's kind of giving him, he'll be able to figure out something with the trees. I hate to say it, Jim was useless. I just had to throw it out there.
Sorry.
I would double down on that statement, and I absolutely agree with you. I probably have talked too much during this live stream, but I would go further and say that almost every single thing that Jade says is foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
And almost every comment he has come to fruition. I could pick any of them. Let's talk about his conversation with Tom in the bar. Mm-hmm. And they talk about at one moment they talk about the Charlie car moral dilemma, and they talk about determinism. And I found that conversation to be interesting because we see the trolley car moral dilemma coming in this season. For example, does Donna got very mad at Boyd for trying to save the animals, but he had a trolley car moral dilemma. Does he try to save everyone, and Tien Chin is the unfortunate result? Again, with Randall, does he try to save Randall, or does he have to save the greater good, more people? So we see the trolley car issue coming up again and again and again, and I think that indicates that Jade's very astute, and his comments are foreshadowing. In the teaser trailer, I think we're about to see his comments with regards to, is this a pocket dimension and or a pocket universe? I'm anxious to see how he expands upon that, because at a moment in time, you and I talked about this last night, but there's a very brief moment that he's walking in front of the bar in season 1, and he's mumbling to himself, and he actually says 5 names. You would miss it if you don't listen very carefully, but he says Einstein, Podolsky, Rosen, Hardy, and Klein. All 5 of those men, Einstein is very well known, of course, but all 5 of those men are physicists. And all 5 are also very famously known for a paradox. The first 3 names, and I'm not going to bore your audience with this. They can Google it.
I'm loving it. Nobody's bored. Look,
this is your show. We brought you on. This is yours.
Yes, we want to hear about it. Look, don't even worry about it. Even says it. He says, "I want to know more," or how deep Jay goes with his riff theory. They are very interested.
Well, thanks. Don't even worry about it. I feel it's a more of a monologue and less of a dialogue. I feel bad. Um, but he mentions these physicists and another very famous from creator. I won't say who he is. Um, from New York, Dana Marie. um, he stated that he picked up on Einstein and Rosen, and he has a very lengthy theory of Einstein-Rosen bridge, and he and I have a funny banter back and forth. Thank you, Leah. And I said, well, you forgot Podolsky because he actually says Einstein, Podolsky, Rosen in that order, and it's called the EPR paradox. If anyone wants to Google it, and I think that's where we're going with Jade. I don't think that was a throwaway line. I don't think that he said EPR, Einstein, Podolsky, Rosen by accident. Then he says Hardy and Klein. And I think if anyone wants to get into the weeds on this rabbit hole, it's kind of fun. But
Mm-hmm.
in this trailer, you do see Jade reference this idea of a rift in the dimension, and it's a direct, in my limited opinion, I'm not a mathematician. It's a direct correlation to the EPR paradox and the idea of superposition. Can something uh, be in two positions at the same time? And if you affect one particle, does it immediately affect the other particle? And I think that's where Jade's going to go with in the teaser trailer.
Yes, and I can't wait, as you guys are saying, yes, Arrow. Yeah, this quantum mechanics and superstring theory. I can't wait till they even if just to dabble into it, because it is hard for me to grasp all of these sort of concepts sometimes. But yeah, there's a lot out there when it comes to the quantum mechanics and all these different theories. When you talk about dimensions, what's perceived, how particles actually react, what can actually travel through, so to speak, without even touching, but still cross. I was even talking to Robert about a website that I showed him about somebody's theory out there, and they go into a whole lot of the vortexes or vortices, which we see at least one that he talks about in this show, which is the spiral.
Which
There's so
appears on
much
the
out
peach
there.
truck mural, which
Hmm.
also appears on the choosing ceremony rocks as a spiral. There's so many, the iconography of spirals. Um, you and I last year discussed, is this a sci-fi show? Is this a horror show? What type of show are we watching? And I think it's not an either or answer. I believe it's a little bit, the recipe is a little bit of everything. Maybe some episodes are more sci-fi, maybe some are more magical, maybe some are more horror, maybe some are more mystery box. But nonetheless, I think each character, Jade specifically, and I could not agree with you more that he's going to be the person that's going to tie those different theories together. He's going to tie the horror theory, the horror element of the monsters and how they were created, to the portal theory or the port key theory, to the faraway theory, to the more of the scientific theory. I think he's the key to bringing the different elements of the show and melding them together into one melting pot. What are your thoughts?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they kind of just do that with everything, right? Not just this sort of sci-fi nature. I mean, it's everything, right? Every sort of aspect of the show seems to be this sort of melting pot of ideas that are out there, and how
Mhm.
they are choosing to sort of work it in and connect it. Really, the connection is the part that I can't wait to see. Whether it be because it's there's twofold, right? Like, because we've got where Jade is now sort of laying down, or has been laying down, and even Dale, rest in peace, he kind of laid down the foundation for the sci-fi sort of version of what this place is. But we still have sort of the element of mysticism when it comes to sort of the rituals that have possibly been played out here, as well as just I mean, the fact that we're seeing things that are like ghosts. Those can still be explained through science, but they're sort of kind of crossing those two worlds. And I like that a lot, because when you talk about certain things in our own history, um, a lot of those things, even I believe, what was it? Illuminati and even the Egyptians and stuff, they used a lot of math along with sort of ritual and supernatural sort of elements in order to create these different um cultures and lores and all this different stuff. So they're crossing it over in this show as well, and I like that because it shows both aspects, and it shows a lot of these sort of older um mythos and stuff. So it's so good.
Yeah, it really is. And uh, I'd like to echo your sentiment. I agree 100%. And the sci-fi element comes and goes, the horror element comes and goes, the mystical element comes and goes. And I really appreciate that. The who do you think the man in yellow is with the red background? Uh, Great question, PM. I have a picture of it if you want to
Yes,
pull
let
that
me
up and
find
kind of
that
change
one.
theories on our conversation, or
Sure. Let me see. I know I've seen it. I gotta go back and find it. It was with the yellows, I believe. Sorry, it's not. It's everything's in here now. Whether or not I've organized it properly. Oh, and I saw it earlier, as clear as day when I went looking through.
that painting is a good indicator, I think, PM, of the concept of blue, yellow, red, and then black. I think that who is the man in yellow? Will he be a major character like the boy in white? I don't know, but I think this is a clear indication of yellow being attacked by red. We do see this in other instances, by the way, of this exact color scheme. And what happens is the next level is either death, is black. And I think this is a concept to me that whoever the evil entity is, since the monsters may or may not have been previously human, according to Christie's uh, or theory, what is the man in yellow? That's the question. That is he the evil entity? Did he become the evil entity? Is that the equivalent of the squid monster in the cave mural? I couldn't say definitively. I wish I had a better answer. I think all of us do,
Hmm.
but I do think that he will play an important role. I don't know if as we were just discussing, Scarlett, the different elements of this show. I don't know if the evil entity will eventually be revealed as a former resident, like the monsters. I don't know if the evil entity is going to have a mystical element to it. I don't know
Hmm.
if it's going to have a sci-fi element to it. Tony Teflon would tell you it's an alien, and he'd swear by it, and that very well, and so would Snugs. So uh, that could be the case. I tend to think that the team good and team bad. I I believe, and it's pure speculation and conjecture, that it's going to be the original sin, what I call the original sin of From, and whatever that original sin was that created this pocket universe, as Dale would call it. I think that this character in yellow perhaps is the representation of the evil entity.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where to place him yet. I honestly don't have like a good running theory or too many ideas. I originally just seeing most of the people down there, I assumed they were some of the former chosen. He seems to be different though, because he's depicted, or I believe he's the only one depicted with the red around him.
Hmm.
Um, and so could he be a version of the boy in white? Could he be the evil entity? Um, Sort of human form before he whatever happened to him. Like, I don't know, just throwing out like a scenario. If this was a cult, which he's wearing a suit, right? So, because I'm thinking original stuff that was happening here, just based off some of the visions they've seen and some of the stuff we've seen, that it would be something older looking. But he seems to be wearing a suit, so that seems more modern. So I said, I don't know. You're right. I don't know where to put him, man. Because every time I think I'm like, well, maybe I could put him here. I'm like, well, no, he can't really fit that. So he's still
I
a question for me.
He's a question, but he does fit the metadata of the colors. Um, there's one other. It's interesting because of red. If you look at I think I gave you a picture of when Abby and Boyd first enter into town, and I think that that's a clear indicator of the color scheme, right? They're hiding out in the foxhole. You see Boyd is wearing blue. You see Abby is wearing red. and shortly thereafter, Abby starts killing everyone. I think she was touched. She talks about a dream as a little girl, that reminded her of from reminded her of the dream, I should say. And I think that, um, her wearing the red shirt shortly thereafter, we don't know how long before Boyd kills her, but she becomes crazy, and obviously he had to shoot her. Yeah, that's an example of being touched by my imminent threat, and also being touched by evil.
Okay.
And in this exact picture, you'll see I don't have a picture of it, but Dale and Donna are also in that scene as well.
And I think what was
And
Father Cautry?
Father Kotri is in there as well, and he's wearing black. It's just interesting that even in the flashbacks, you see that the color palette again, the motif of the color palette plays itself over and over, and
Which was
I tend to think,
interesting because you also brought up the fact that it's not, because I know me and or Dane and a lot of other people, we bring up the fact how this show mimics Lost, and that one's hands down most people see those similarities right off the bat. But I love how you talked about Fringe, which I haven't watched yet. I'm going to check out just based off some of the stuff you told me, and how they're similar writers or has some of the same writers on the show,
same
and they do
creator.
a similar same creator. Okay. So, and they do sort of some things with it as well. So, oh gosh, can you hit on that real quick before you leave us? Because that was
Yeah,
interesting to
I
show
do
the
need to jump
patterns.
off. Um, yeah, essentially, if you look at, I think we touched on this when I first came on your live, that Jeff Pinkner is an interesting character. He created Fringe. He's worked on Lost. He's worked on many shows, Alias. He's worked on several shows, but he's the actual creator of Fringe. And if you look at Fringe, I'm sure a lot of your fans out there were fans of Fringe, so perhaps they'll know what I'm talking about. But specifically, again, he loves pictograms, he loves numerical ciphers, and he loves the use of color, specifically the use of yellow. And I'm still trying to determine if Victor's drawings are pictograms, or do the numbers themselves represent an alphabet. I tend to think, and I don't want to bore your audience, but I tend to think that the numbers
No, I
might
wish, don't ever say that again, Robert. You never bore us.
I feel as if it's going down a rabbit hole that it's
No,
you know,
there's at least
innocuous.
90 plus people watching us, and we have not. I don't think we've kind of dropped a little bit and come back up as people have come and gone for the night as they have other things going on. But we've been sticking pretty strong. Matter of fact, numbers kept growing. So no, people are loving it, Robert, always. And Will Smalls, yes, Dana is on panel with us as well tonight.
I'm here.
Dana Maria, I feel I don't know. I don't want you to be left out of the conversation.
No, I'm sitting here. I know when to be quiet.
I wish I did.
And
No,
Crunchy Tire says Fringe is great.
Just like I'm hoping you put up your Christmas theory again, because I want to read it to my mom. I was telling my mom about it because that's one of her favorite like Christmas time stories, and I told her about the theory you put up, and I'm hoping we might have to have you on for a Christmas special during the holiday season and have you talk about that, because that's personally my favorite theory of yours. And I know it's not like a theory like that's, but I read it
That
like
was
a Christmas
fun.
story.
Yeah, I'm most proud of, maybe of all the theories, my rambling theories. I'm probably most proud of my Charles Dickens Christmas From Show theory. And to be honest, maybe I wrote it somewhat tongue in cheek, but it's actually playing out even closer than if you reread it. And I can send it to you, Dana Marie. But if you read it and you look at A Christmas Carol, not the movies, but the actual book, um,
Yes.
you think there's parallels between Lost and From, but the parallels between A Christmas Carol and From are damn near identical. Everything from you can't really, if you haven't read the book, the movies are obviously nothing like it, but the book itself is very dark. The book itself is really a horror trope, and a lot of the same uh, what I would say, you see a lighthouse, you see a moor, which is the Brundles. You see the boy in white appears in A Christmas Carol. He's actually the ghost of Christmas past. You see Martin in the dungeon. He's actually he's described exactly as the ghost of Christmas present. So there's so many parallels. I would love to come on and discuss that over Christmas, and maybe we'll have a little spiked eggnog when we're doing it.
That would be
Nice.
great. I would
Yes.
love to do that.
And I
Because
can
it's the
definitely send
holiday
that to you again if
season.
you'd like.
Yes, please, because I want to give it to my mom.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that. I'm actually very proud of that theory. I don't know why.
No, that is honestly so cute because the way when you put it up there and everybody read it, it like you said, it fits so beautifully, but it was perfect for the holiday
Yes,
season, and it just I don't know, it was just another nice little touch to sort of give to the Fromely.
it was.
Yeah,
I and
I wanted to
I
wish
read it
everyone
like
a
a
Merry
story. It
Christmas.
was great.
It was actually a Merry Christmas card to everyone, is why I wrote it. And um, I'm a big fan of Dickens. We know that, if you look at the who has influenced who, and you look at the writers are from, obviously heavily influenced by Stephen King. King has said that he was heavily influenced by Edgar Allan Poe, and Edgar Allan Poe said the greatest writer of all time is Charles Dickens. So you do see a direct lineage from the writers of From all the way to Charles Dickens and A Christmas Carol. So, there maybe I'm stretching that connection, but it's kind of fun. What is it on
Yes,
the
and I can't wait. That's going to be a fun stream to set up for everybody and get to have some, like I said, get some eggnog. Maybe if you guys have a fire nearby, get nice and toasty and curl up for a little. It's almost like story time, but it's carol time. Get to listen to the Christmas
Yes.
Carol. It's perfect. And it's
Yes.
from Christmas Carol, so it's even better.
That would be fun. Well, I do have to get off before Jeremy's live because
Hmm.
I need to eat dinner. I was
Yes.
hoping we
Yes.
might be able to
Yes.
discuss the trophy.
Yes, let me bring that up real quick and we'll go over that so we can let you go get some dinner before, yes, because everybody, we will be closing down for long as well, just so we can all head over to Jeremy's. Let me pull that comment down. There you go. There is the
I don't know if
trophy.
we can you read the quote? It's Jade's
Yes.
quote.
Let's see. It's like trying to imagine what a jigsaw puzzle looks like when all you have is a few random pieces. And as he said
Yeah.
it, a few just the random fucking pieces. It was so fucking vague, random shit.
And he's looking for the pattern now. But so before season 3 started, as both of y'all know, kind of as almost as a joke, I had put out in the discords that if anyone can write the most accurate season 3 theory, I would offer them a trophy and a bottle of their favorite spirit. Well, here's the trophy. And Jeremy's going to be the final arbiter and judge of who has the closest theories. And I'll tell you, if you go into Jeremy's channel in the tinfoil section, no, I'm sorry, the season 3 theory section, there are some absolute incredible theorists and writers who have posted novels of theories. Bill D comes to mind. Brian comes to mind. There's so
Hmm.
many great theories out there, and I recommend it for everyone in the fandom to go read those theories. Um, Incredibly insightful, and so hopefully, of course, this is not an expensive. It's just a small trophy, but I wanted everyone to kind of have a chance to see it, and the winner will be picked by Jeremy, and also they'll get their favorite bottle of spirit. And if they don't drink, I can exchange that for something else. But I look forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays out. Um, I'm just proud of being a part of the fandom. I'm proud of you guys. I'm just absolutely love your show, and and insightful people in this community. It's very. I have seen some negativity online and in other fandoms,
Hmm.
and at my age, I think it kind of bothers me. I don't like. There's there's people in the world that they'll try to blow your candle out to make their candle seem brighter, and I don't like that. I don't tolerate it. And I think y'all have developed a community. Jeremy has developed a community, Real, and some other creators that, everyone is welcome. And I respect that. And I want to tell y'all, I want to say thank you.
Thank you. I mean, like I said, we're nobody. I know Jeremy says that as well, but really, we start out in the chat just like everybody else. We're humble enough to be able to have a channel and have all you guys join us and continue these conversations. Jeremy will always be our house. That will always be where we started. Um, the just all the friendships that were formed over there and that continue to be formed, and we're just so thankful that we can help spread a little bit of that over here. But honestly, all the late nights that we spent with you guys in the discords all day long, playing games, watching stuff, talking from, I mean, that's what got us into this, and we'll never forget those days, and we still have those days, maybe not as many as we would like, but they're still very much so cherished. I know they are for me as well as for Dana, because like I said, that's where we came from. That's where we started, and we're just doing the best we can. We're kind of faking it till you make it kind of deal, but
I
with
think
all
you're
you
doing
guys.
great. And I have fond memories of you, me, Dana Marie, and several others. I mean, we spent many hours. I mean, it was so hard to find anything regarding From because of the
Hmm.
damn name.
Yes.
Uh, Google
Yep.
From, and you're not going to find anything back in those days.
Yep.
But I have
No.
fond memories of the hours of theorizing, and I got to meet you guys. And you know, I don't go on anyone's show, but I knew I had to come on y'all's show and show my support. And I'm a big fan of both of you. I'm a big fan of your theories, and I hope your channel continues to grow.
Oh, thank you so much, hon.
Oh,
And
we love
again,
you,
we're a big
Robert.
fan of you. Are you kidding me?
I
There's
know. I
just
talk
so
about you
much.
everywhere.
Well,
Yes.
I can't
Look,
read the comments, so
we
I'm,
go
I'm
out there and defend them theories like, yo, Robert knows what's
Nope.
up. Smart, he's got it.
Nope.
Don't knock it till you try it. You gotta open your brain up a little bit sometimes to kind of look at different perspective, but just give it a chance. Take a
well,
chance
I
on it.
try, like everyone. You bring your own life's experiences to the theory crafting. I've had a you might say a unique life perhaps, but yeah, I do my best, and I know you guys are incredible, and I do have to jump off and have dinner, and
Yes.
I just tell everybody in the chat, keep theory crafting, keep supporting Scarlett and Nana Marie. They are wonderful people. They deserve all of our support, and uh, thank you, Delcinia. Delcinia, by the way, is incredible. I don't know of a better person. I don't even want to say moderator. She is so welcoming, always. I read her comments and I can see the smile.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh
So
yes, a
Delcinia,
lot of
That's our
love.
girl.
Delcinia puts a lot of love into her greetings, and she cares about everybody in the chat, and she definitely tries to look out for everybody. She looks out for us creators
Yep.
her
and just
insight's
everybody.
incredible.
She's very much so, yeah, one of the best.
She is
Her
definitely
Kiwi
somebody. Yep.
Kiwi is
They,
fantastic.
those are
and
those are
Bitey. We
two.
love Bitey too. Bitey, Susie, all you guys are just
All of them.
phenomenal. Have been here with us probably since the beginning that we've come into the community. I know Bitey's been around probably even longer. A lot of you guys. Vic is awesome. She's another awesome one.
Oh,
Always
Vic's
down.
amazing.
I think she's going to be showing the episode tonight when it drops in Jeremy's.
Yes.
Yeah, you're every single person you mentioned. If I don't know if y'all have a chance to go back and watch your live streams, but um, the comments are extremely astute, and when Delcinia, Vic, it's amazing that the amount of knowledge that they have stored, and within seconds you might say something. What color was Nikki's shirt? Bam, green. They it's as if they never forget. It's amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I
Yep.
do have to let you go. I hope somebody
Yes,
wins the trophy, and I thank you for having me on. I hope I don't
always.
want to say it, but I hope your audience had a good time, and
No,
thank
they
you.
did.
And I'm
Look, the
very proud of you.
They
comments
did.
they were
Yeah.
having a blast in the chat, killing it, loving it. You did an awesome job, Robert, and we cannot wait to have you back on.
Well,
And yeah,
it's a
go
date.
get you
I'll be
some
on.
dinner.
We'll do Christmas, and we'll do
Mhm.
our Christmas from.
Nice. I cannot wait,
Yay.
guys. Christmas time, we will have
Okay.
Robert back on. So yes, go get you some dinner. Get ready because it's going to be a long night. I know we're gonna hang out for a few minutes longer, but thank you again for hanging with us, Robert. Cannot wait to see what else your awesome brain delivers on this show.
Well, thank you. It's been my pleasure, and I will see y'all in Jeremy's live. And good night.
Good
Good
night,
night,
hon.
honey. Oh, I love
Yes,
him.
guys. Again, Robert is phenomenal. I
I
mean, if
love
any of
him.
you guys have heard any of his theories, right, Dana and Jeremy's, have read through them, and really sort of just taking the time to consider them, they are phenomenal. He has put a lot of work, just like a lot of you guys. I mean, everybody in this community has put a lot of time and work in crafting or just contemplating what these different questions are in this show. And you guys you never fail to come up with some of the best answers or at least best guesses on this stuff that I know I enjoy. Robert enjoys. I know Dana enjoys. But yeah, we're gonna have him back on, and I can't wait, Dana.
I can't either. I love, like, I would literally go to bed reading some of his stuff like a book. Like, I would just be sitting there reading away at his stuff. I love him to pieces.
I know. And look, yes, he's giving the trophy away. So, yes, go in there. I don't know, is it closed off for theories? Yeah, I think he was saying you can still have your chance to put them in there to see what is most accurate. But yeah, so the trophy will be given out on Jeremy's channel. I believe Jeremy will get to pick the best.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find. I had a few images I was going to show you guys before we close it down. I'm trying to remember which
I know the
screen I had
countdown
them on.
begins, guys. Countdown
Let's
begins.
see.
We have Real and
That one.
Jeremy coming on after us. Then we're going to be watching the episode. And then tomorrow, part 1 of the giveaway. Oh,
Yes,
it's
and
going to be
that
so
is
much
what I
fun.
was going to bring up, Dana. Speaking of the giveaway, some of the items. Would you like to, real quick, before we close it down and head over to Jeremy's, we were going to go over the items for the giveaway. And these are the same items are going to be on. Some of these are just on ours. Some of these are on Jeremy's. Or I couldn't remember how we
Yes,
decided.
those are the lights. We have an awesome Fromly member named Nick, and he has created some of the most phenomenal items. Those are lights that you can hang up on your wall, and they light up, and they're just awesome. And we're going to be giving those away for the finale. We're going to have a big giveaway again with us and Jeremy, and we're going to do the light giveaway. So that's going to be for the finale. But he's going to do some Dharma logos for us, some From stuff for us, and they're cool. They're so cool. But those are the lights.
Awesome. I know. I can't wait. Guys, look, I'm already jelly because I want all three.
Yep. And then those are some little, I believe, talisman keychains and a set
They're
of
so
coasters.
tiny. Dana,
They're so tiny.
on
They're
the go.
so cute.
They're so
They're
cute.
so
Do they
cute.
still work? Because does the size matter?
I don't know. I don't know. So at least you'll be protected. I don't even know. Do people have keys anymore? I don't even know. I'm
I have a
old.
set of keys.
I'm so old. I don't even know if they still.
Oh yes, Susie.
I have
Those
no
are the
idea.
lights that we will be giving out on the giveaway. On Monday we'll be doing ours. Tomorrow night, Jeremy will be doing his.
Yes, but the lights are for the finale. Those are going to
Okay.
be the finale giveaway.
Oh, those are the finale giveaway. My bad.
Yep. It's okay.
Look, guys, we had so much stuff, and I was just trying to make sure we got it all to you guys. So these are the ones that we will be giving away tomorrow night, or just Monday night.
Yep. I split them between all of us. So
Okay.
we're going to do a couple on Jeremy's, a couple on our channel, and then I believe Real will make his announcement tonight.
Okay. Oh, and this one's cool. It's got the symbol and the monster, or the cave monster on it. Like, dude,
Yep.
on
Those are the coasters.
the drawing. Oh, those are the coasters. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought they were pins at first. Probably just because of the size of the picture.
Yes, those are the coasters, and it's a set of 4.
Oh, hell yeah. So you get 4? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you guys are so lucky. Thank you, Nick L, for this stuff. I mean, look at these talismans, guys.
I know, the keychains are so freaking cute. Yes, and those are all the friggin' talismans that I twined. So you will get a talisman and a hook to hang them up. So they're going to be ready to go right after you get them out of the box. You could hang them by your front door.
Nice. All right. So again, these items here, as well as the talismans and these lovely T-shirts, will all be given. This is the right T-shirt, right, Dana?
Yes, that is the right T-shirt.
Okay. I'm sorry. Look, guys, there's just so much stuff going on. I apologize. Sometimes, we lose our mind a little bit. It's okay.
Yes.
We managed. It's the right one. So yes, these are some of the items, and then I guess I gave you guys a sneak peek. These will be for the finale. Something to
Yes.
ponder over for a little while, and know that these will be coming out to you guys in just a matter of weeks, because we are hours down from episode 6, and then we only have 4 episodes after that. Oh, cannot wait, guys. But yes, we will get ready to close it down. Any final things you want to let us know, Dan?
And I just want to say to Doc that I have your box ready to go. As soon as I start sending out the talismans, I'm going to be sending out your original box from back in the day. So I have your box ready to go.
There you go. And we got one final question. Will Small says, panel chat, do you think anyone will bring up the foghorn sound that Boyd and Sarah heard at end of season 1? It seemed important, but no one says anything about it. And yes, I know way back when it was discussed on Jeremy's channel, we talked about it a little bit. I think it was supposed to be coming. Everybody seemed to think it was coming from the lighthouse. I thought it was when I originally heard it way back when, I thought it was a war horn, because we saw the soldiers, and I'm thinking, oh god, it was one of them's got a war horn or something like that. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. What do you think? Any thoughts on that foghorn sound from way back in season 1?
I really thought it came from the lighthouse. So if not, if your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, that was pretty much because I thought it was something different, and yeah, I was definitely made aware that it is the lighthouse horn, and it does because I think people even compared it. They went back and compared it to different lighthouse sounds. I even tried to compare it to war horse sound, the war horn sounds and stuff. But I think it came back as it was just from the lighthouse. Now, when we go look at the lighthouse, I don't know, was there a horn on the lighthouse or a speaker box or anything that would make that sound?
I don't know.
Because I never remember seeing
I never really
one.
looked. But I never really looked enough to say that I went through it bit by bit to see if I noticed anything. So that might be another thing we could do one day, see how many images or scenes from the lighthouse we could get and see if we notice anything.
Faith and repentance says, how about a boat foghorn? And I think Susie says the same. Sounds like a loud boat. Could be Vikings. I see William says Viking sound or ship docking. Could be. That's a good one. I like that. And Perth says, I thought boat foghorn, hence the lighthouse. Oh, okay. So perhaps there was a boat coming in that they didn't even know about. Quan Solar says it's a foghorn for warning ships. Yes. So it could be. All of those answers I would accept, because again, they never really gave us too much more on it. So who knows, maybe when somebody makes it back over in that direction, they'll hear it again. Maybe they'll find something. Who knows? But yes, guys, we are going to get ready to close it down for now. And thank you all for joining us tonight. Get ready to head over to Jeremy Ice and Fire 33 as they will get ready to go live in a little under 20 minutes, I believe.
Yep.
And we will definitely be over there in the chat, as well as we'll probably be in Jeremy's Discord shortly after the stream ends. Me and Dana will get resettled and get ourselves ready for the other festivities of the night, where we will probably hanging out in Jeremy's Discord while we watch. I know we'll be watching Jeremy's stream, hanging out in the chat, and I know I'll also be and Dana will also be checking out Real Stream. We'll kind of be popping between. We'll be a little bit here, there, and everywhere tonight.
Yes.
So, guys, here we are. Just the final hours. Where are we at? I done lost track. Are we at 4 hours or almost?
Almost. A little over
Oh my
4 hours.
gosh, I can't tell scar tissue. What will happen? We will. Okay, I can't wait. I feel like I haven't properly processed Dale's death yet to have to deal with another episode, but nonetheless, we are going to deal with it. And yes, this Arrow says a 55-minute episode tonight. Ooh, Dana's.
Oh,
I like it
nice.
when they get longer, right? We need more
Me too.
information.
Yes, I'll take it.
So I can't wait. So like I said, I barely processed Dale's death. I know I'm wrong, but I just can't help myself. Dale will always be remembered in my head as the pool fountain for Fatima. I feel like it was a wasted opportunity. They should let her get a little Slurpee on. But with that, thanks again, guys, for hanging with us. And again, we will be over at Jeremy's and Reels hanging out in the chat as well as in Jeremy's Discord. And later on tonight, we will be playing in Jeremy's Discord. We'll be playing the episode. Thanks and courtesy to Miss Vic. So, guys, thank her in the chat because she is awesome. She will be showing that hopefully for us tonight, and then we will be discussing it late night with Jeremy and everybody in his Discord. So, again, the festivities have started. We are off, Dana. It is time. I'm ready. I got to get my snacks ready.
I know.
Before we close out, which favorite snack to eat while you watch from?
I love munching on my chips. I'm a chip gal.
Ooh, chips. See, I've been
tonight I have some Cool Ranch Doritos.
Ooh, nice. I've been just partial to the little like wafer cookies because I'm poor sometimes. Look, they're a cheap cookie, and you get a whole bunch of them, and you just sit there and eat them. They come in different flavors. My favorite's lemon, but they didn't have lemon at the store I went to, so I had to get chocolate and strawberry. But that's okay. They're delicious.
Yes. I got my chippies. Got my blood rolled. Got my munchies.
Zaquan's got grapes and chips. We got some folks ordered. Don't even worry about it. Get some pizza ordered. Oh, the Grovador got the McDonald's.
Oh, he always makes me want McDonald's. Oh my gosh, he always talks about it, and then I want it.
And then you go order it. And you got time still. Maybe. You gotta hurry. Get it in. Get that order in before they close. Arrow's got some chips and guacamole as well as some popsicles for his sore throat. And I'm so sorry, hon, that you were still feeling rough. Hopefully you are getting over it.
I feel you.
Will Small says sour cherry gummy plus a Dr. Pepper while cheese puffs or the cheddar sour cream chips. Ooh. I'm liking it. Oh, Vic,
I love Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is my favorite.
I'm not, you know what? There's not too many sodas I don't have a favorite. I do love me some root beer, but then again, that changes because I do love some Dr. Pepper. But I also like Mountain Dew a lot.
Oh, D-Wag wants Taco Bell. No donuts? I was expecting him to say donuts.
I know, right? Or milkshake or something. Come on, D-Wag. You know you want to go you better get the cinnamon twist, or what did they still have the ice cream taco? See, Vic was having some Cheetos.
I can't mess with her. I can't mess with her. Hot Cheetos. Yeah, I can't take hot stuff. I'm a baby.
And Perth will be eating some birthday cake. Not yours. Whose birthday? Whoever's birthday it is, happy birthday to you.
Yes, happy birthday.
Or you just went and got birthday cake because there's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to Walmart and just getting a birthday cake.
Now he wants a milkshake.
Yeah, you better. I expect none less from D-Wag. I mean, you at least got to get a donut in the milkshake. You use the donut to eat the milkshake, right? You don't need a spoon. You just need like a donut or use chips. I've heard people do French fries in their ice cream.
Yes, I've seen that. I don't do that, but I've seen people dip their French fries in milkshakes.
You got some ice cream from Lee Bradley. Steph says, yes, Mountain Dew. I do. I like me some Dew flavors. There's a few out there I'm partial to. Will Small says, I just discovered Dr. Pepper. I was supposed to have Pop's Aid kids. So no, I found I eat like a teenager sometimes. Yep, weed gummies. They do all kinds of stuff to you.
Sure will.
I know we're all getting hungry now, so yes, get yourselves hungry. I know Robert was going to make dinner, so this is the perfect time. You got about, to be fair with Jeremy's timing, we know how it goes. You got at least a good solid 10-15 minutes before he actually starts, possibly, to get you something real quick. Go ahead, put that order in. That way, you can have the live going. They deliver it to you, get it at the door. It will be ready to go, set, and be all nice and. Oh no, we got Wendy's and stuff in here. Y'all got,
I know, you guys, stop it. Stop it right now.
Let's get all the goodies, all the good food. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. I don't remember what I got in there. I've got to go figure that out myself. So we're gonna go get ourselves some grub, get everything set up and ready to go. Let's see. BK says Dr. Pepper ginger ale preferred, but Mountain Dew and cream soda or wins also. Yeah, I'm down with some cream sodas. Pretty good too. Yes, there is a link to Jeremy's live. So yes, we will all be piling in there, as well as Real Enigma and Theories. He should be going live. I believe they're going at the same time tonight. So yeah, guys, lots of things to look forward to. And until next time, guys, get your tinfoil hats, as Jeremy says. Get the talismans. I'm adding the dream catchers and the sage. Looks like Dana's already dipped out. She had to go get food. Y'all done made her so hungry that Dana. Wait, she's back. Let's see what she ordered. Wait, she's half back. There she is. Look, they made you so hungry, Dana, that you done left in protest.
Boot, all this friggin' talk about food. My internet said goodbye.
But yes, guys, get the dream catchers. Get you a talisman. I know you'll have your chance to get your own very soon. But if not, try to grab something to protect yourselves from all the dangers tonight. Because who knows? Are we going to see monsters tonight? I don't know. But it is Halloween, Dana, so it's time for the creeps to come out, from or none. So yes, it guys, really we love you all.
I'm from New York. The freaks are out all the time.
Well, Dana, she knows how to handle it. It's a daily. You got it on lock.
Pretty much.
Wait, BK, are you seriously get a brisket, a rack of ribs right now, or are you just playing and just talking about good food? He derailed the hell out of me. I was about to end, and I saw brisket and a rack of ribs, and I'm like, do tell. Would you like to share with the rest of the family? Oh, okay. You just drool. I'm drooling now too. I mean, you can't be talking about a good brisket and some barbecue and
right
like that. That's yes,
brisket,
Vic,
baked potato. Guys,
oh God, you're killing me.
That's it. End the show.
We're ending it. That's it. You guys, y'all did it. That's it. We're ending the show on this delicious food.
That's it.
Love you all. Have a good night, and we will see you around, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Paint me a scene, city in color, the way that you see, the way you see it. Don't you wish that I could give you, I could give you everything. 1, 2, 3, and my heart is racing. Can't fall asleep, I got my mind in a throw. Weightless, floating through the day. Trust that I'll be okay. I'm happy alone, gotta let it go. Waiting for you. Wait until you realize. Waiting for you. Wait until you realize. If you wanna run ahead, I'll meet you where the water meets the earth we cling to. If you wanna find the edge, I'll come too. I could run around this world all day with you. listening to